Well, this morning, there's a few things that I wanted to have a chat with you all about, but obviously to welcome you back to our coffee and connections session. It's lovely to have you all here. It feels a little bit like Groundhog Day, and it also feels like yesterday was end of financial year for those of you here in Australia. Does anybody feel like that July has just flown? Yeah, I don't know where that time has gone. I had my own little meltdown at the beginning of the month, and I'll share with you guys here. I ended up in hospital after I had my vaccination, but I think there was a culmination of things that ended up happening for a period of time there, which was just my body is run down. So I wanted to share with you guys a big win that I've had this week, which is I've been to the gym 4 times. I haven't been to the gym 4 times in like forever, in a week. Yeah, I know, right? I'm laughing. My body is absolutely aching, every muscle and bone. But for those of you that do go to the gym or have a personal trainer or work out or something like that, I'm sure that you know exactly how this is feeling. I've got another session this afternoon, and I think I built up so much anxiety around actually going to the session, but once I'm there, I'm okay. So it's a good kind of ache. And I don't know about that. Last night I was sitting on the couch and I said to my husband, where's that massagey thing that you put on your legs and behind your back and stuff? And I was getting all the hot packs and the massage guns and all the rest of it just to try and help myself out. I don't know whether it worked. Probably didn't, because I'm still aching this morning, but hopefully that'll disappear. So that's been my big win.
I jump in the spa when I'm sore.
Oh, yeah. I don't have a bath or a spa, but that sounds like a great idea. What about a sauna or something? Anybody go to one of those? Or what else do you do to take care of those aching muscles? I think I need some advice.
You just don't go to the gym.
Thank you, Justine. I actually did see something the other day on social media, which was somebody that I follow. It's a social media person here in Australia. And she said, this is my kind of gym workout.
Why?
She's sitting there like this at the coffee table and she's just watching. And the video next to her, it was a reel. And the video next to her was of somebody working out. And she's like, yeah, this is good. Eating chocolate. That is usually my kind of workout. But I do like getting out into the outdoors and having a little bit of fun in nature. So if anybody else is like that, I'd love some tips or things. Sally, I did a killer leg workout 3 days ago and I still feel it. Hang on, was that a walk, Sally, or you actually did a workout? Go. A workout, go you. I'm impressed. For anybody that is a regular gym goer or does those sorts of exercises or does some sort of activity, I'm impressed. I'm really, really impressed. So that was one of my big wins this week. For everybody here, I'd love to know one of the things that you were able to do to take care of yourself, because last week when we caught up, I wanted to encourage each and every one of you to take care of your own mental and emotional and physical health. And so this week, what's one thing that you did for yourself? Stephen, are you able to let me know?
Yeah, it's probably going to sound weird. I de-stress by studying. So I enjoy studying and new topics, etc. So as of 12 o'clock yesterday, I just achieved my CLIA Masters award, which is great for someone. I haven't worked in a travel agency now for 20 years. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah. So it's and the business plan I used as part of the assignment at the end of the masters was the business plan that I put together for my proposed business, which I hope to unwind in the next or wind up. I should not wind up, get going in the next couple of months. And so it was good to get other people's opinion on the business plan from a travel point of view as well. So
fantastic. Yeah. Congratulations.
One
thing is I left home this morning, and for those of you that are a part of the Achievers programs or have seen me on one, like an accountability call or a win session, is I have a bell. And so Stephen, pretend that I'm ringing a bell for you right now, because it is so good to be able to do those sorts of things and to de-stress, to just sit there and learn. I love it. That's one thing I was talking to Mayette about. Hi, Mayette. Good morning. I was talking to her about the other day, the things that give her life, and it's to increase her knowledge and understand what else is going on as well. Tanya, watching the Olympics, you've done that as well. My business specializes in equestrian holidays. That's right. So I gained 1,100 followers by posting a schedule and reporting the updates. Tanya, I have to admit, I have been following your social media posts, and it is so insightful, and I appreciate those updates so that I know when the events are actually coming on. Congratulations. Do you want to share a little bit about that? 1,100 followers. That's amazing.
Yeah, I won't come off because I've got to rush off, because I think 10 o'clock or something, one of our Australian riders is competing. So I'm just sort of keeping up to date with everything that's going on Facebook and following that. Yeah, a lot of the Equestrian Australia put up when they're riding, but they didn't explain to people how to get in, so I kind of gave a really good detail to the viewers, and everyone shared it, and it just went viral. So I'm just trying to grow my Facebook at the moment, and it seems to be working. Yeah.
It is working. 1,100 followers just by you explaining who you are, what you do, and your expertise by posting that schedule and reporting those updates. Like, the people that are actually engaging with you will be seeing your posts more, but it'll also turn out to more followers. As you said, it's gone a little bit viral and people are following you and interacting with you, but that reach that you've already got, because you've got that pool of people who are now following you and have liked your page and are interacting with it, that reach will just grow a lot bigger. So congratulations, keep it up. I'm loving it. And those photos that you're posting as well. Robbie, I can see your win for the week. I'm doing Pilates twice a week and walking and feeling so much better. That is so awesome, Robbie. I'm really glad that you're taking care of yourself there. You got any favorite places to walk, Robbie? You can come off mute if you like, or just share with us in the chat. Hello.
Hi. No, I'm in the country, so we've really got no lovely ocean views. So we have a nice river walk, though. So
beautiful. Whereabouts are you?
In Dubbo.
Oh, hey, take care of yourself. My sister lives in Parks, and so does my mum. So I understand what it's like out there. The Dish Cafe is probably the one place that I go to every visit.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad that you're taking care of yourself, and it's great to get out. And I know the river that you're talking about. That's amazing. Awesome. So anything else? Anybody else got any wins or anything that they'd like to share to take care of themselves this week before we move on? Welcome, Lynn. Great to have you here. Hi, Julianne. Great to see you again. Good morning. Lynn and I have been chatting via Facebook, and I was really excited. She sent me a message the other day and I replied to it, and we were having a bit of a conversation. Then all of a sudden it pops up and says, where are you, or whereabouts are you based? And so I replied and I said, I'm in Port Macquarie. And she wrote back and she goes, I'm so sorry, Roz. That was an automated message. I think I pressed it. I probably shouldn't be on Facebook in bed. So I loved it though, Lynn. Thank you for the conversation.
Pleasure.
All right. So the other thing, so we've been taking care of ourselves. I'm really glad that a number of you are doing the bits and pieces to take care of your mental, emotional, physical health. That's so good, because it's really important for all of us, especially when we're having the down days or the tough moments, or we're getting bombarded with negative stuff. So I'm really glad and want to applaud each and every one of you for doing that and taking care of yourself. Hi, Tiva. I can see you there on your couch at home. Thank you for joining us. But I do want to just ask, in your business, so we've done things to take care of ourselves, but what's one thing that you've done this week inside your business to move forward? We talked about value last week and valuing yourself and what we could or couldn't be doing right now. So I'd love to know, just add it into the chat for anybody that's here on Facebook. I see that Vicky's over there. Hi, Vicky. Great to have you here. Please let me know what you've been working on this week, or what's one thing that you've accomplished and you're really happy that you've done that. Holly has launched her new website. Yes, you have, Holly. I saw it. I love it. I'm so proud of you. I saw you posting around socials as well that you'd launched it. So congratulations. Have you had much feedback around it?
Yes, it's been crazy. Sorry, I was in the car and I've just got in from school run.
That's fine.
Yes, it has been crazy, and lots of people have shared my post and had a look on there. And, you know, for me, I'm only still fairly small based here in South Australia, but on the first day I had 300 people go on the website and have a look. So that was pretty good for me, I thought.
That is fantastic. So did you install, I'm just going to ask you a couple of things. Have you installed on your website Hotjar?
No.
Okay, so Hotjar, I'll get Diana just to add the link to Hotjar inside the chat for everybody, both on Facebook and also on Zoom. But Hotjar is an analytics tool that measures how many people are coming onto your website, but also where they're actually going on your website. So you can see if they're just going to your landing page, and they might be looking at the top section. So when they first go on, that's called above the fold. So they're looking at that top section, but they may, less people will scroll down your front page. You can see how many people click on things. You can actually kind of stalk them as they're following them around. Now, it is one of those, it's one of those tools that you go, oh my gosh, you can see what other people are doing on your website. But what's really good about it, you can't actually see who it is, right? So everybody remains anonymous. It's just the sessions that happen on your website. But it's really cool because it gives you insight to see what could be working and what's not working. And it's also a free tool. So check it out. It's Hotjar.
I will, definitely.
That's the first thing. The other thing, Holly, have you installed a Facebook Pixel?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't even know what that is. I have linked my social medias to Facebook, but I haven't got a Facebook Pixel. No.
All right. So inside Facebook Business Manager, you can set up a Facebook ads account and get a what's called a pixel. So a pixel is some custom code that you can copy and then place it on the back end of your website. And then anybody who comes to your website, if they are also a Facebook user, you can retarget that audience at a later stage to, you know, post different things or specials or it's about retargeting them really, and to understand who is actually coming to your website. So it's a great analytics tool for you, particularly because you're using Facebook as well as one of your marketing tools. So I suggest have a look into Facebook Pixels.
Thank you. I will.
Get it installed on the website. So Hotjar and also Facebook. That's amazing. I love it. Congratulations on getting that sorted. I've got your question here as well, so I'll come back to that too.
Thank you.
I also see that Jane is on Facebook Live. Hi, Jane. And Vicky, her win for the week, she's cleaned up her emails. I need to do that too. Vicky, I was just saying that to my team the other day. I need to get rid of my 1,000 emails that keep coming in and start unsubscribing. No, I'm not going to hurt anyone's feelings, but just start unsubscribing. Sally, I see that you've been closing as many files of clients that you no longer wish to deal with and refunding as much as possible. It's heartbreaking, isn't it? Are you going okay though? No. All right. I'm going to check in with you a little bit later after this call. I'm sending you so much love. If everyone can give Sally a ton of love right now, we all know how tough it is to be refunding and getting back to clients. And that's why I'm encouraging each and every one of you just to reach out and share here in the Travel Agent Achievers community, but also just reach out to me. If you are stuck, you're lost, you just need to debrief, then let me know. Sally, I'm with you. I know you've turned your camera off and that's okay, but I'm sending you so much love, right, my friend? We all feel for you and it is so hard. Mayette and I just had this discussion the other day. as well about refunds, and I said how crushing it is to see money go back for the hard work that we've all done. So everybody is here with you. Cindy also says to reach out as well. We absolutely get it. I'm going to come back to you if you want. Just send me a direct message in the chat if you like, Sally, and we can have a talk as well. So, Anne, you're planning to relaunch under a new name. I've been working on a survey, hoping I can share it with this group when it's ready. I'd love to see your survey, Anne, and definitely to share it with the Travel Agent Achievers community. What are you thinking of doing?
Well,
you just want to share what your business currently has been up until the pandemic? I know you and I have spoken before about it.
Well, I was about to do that. So I am still involved in a tour operation in Bhutan. And what I found, it didn't work as well because I didn't have any control over what was going on in Bhutan. So it made it really difficult for me, and things didn't work out the way I would have liked them to. In fact, they went ass up, essentially. And then, of course, the pandemic hit and everyone's borders closed. So I've got zero business right now because no one can go there and no one can travel. So what I've been trying to do during this time is reinvent what I want to offer. And so I'm relaunching the business under my own name and company here in Australia, and I will then use either the tour business that I was working with, or if I find another one if that doesn't come to fruition. So I will be that person in between, but I'm going to specialise in the luxury market, and also trying to drill down into what experiences people want to achieve in Bhutan. So coming up with different ideas, something that's, you know, not off the shelf that everyone else can offer. So I'm trying to work with someone over there to throw ideas my way as well. So once I get that sort of plan together and that survey, I want to try and then test out with people in the travel industry to see what they think and how they feel about what products I'm going to plan to offer.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So the luxury market, still working with Bhutan, the products. So are you then still intending to send people over there, or are you talking about a product as in a physical product?
No, I'd be basically organising the tour. I'd be making sure it's exactly what they want. It's tailored to exactly what they want to do and where they want to go and how much they want to spend or don't spend. And the luxury market in Bhutan is high price, like it's a high ticket item. I've never come across anything so quite high ticket for a country that's a developing country. The realms of difference are incredible. You know, most people think when you go to a 5-star hotel, you know, $400 or $500, or, you know, sometimes it's a bit more. We're talking over, you know, $1,200, $1,500 a night US. And I'm like, wow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I can't wait to see some of these products come out from you as well. Yeah. So definitely share that survey, and if you are starting a new business,
so I just I want to be able to try and just get feedback from the travel industry and the community, just to see, you know, what might work and you know, what they think a customer's going to look for. So,
absolutely. And if you've also got your social media platforms to ask any of your clients that have traveled with you to Bhutan previously, you have their details, I would be sending that survey to them and just asking them, which is beautiful. And you've given me a great segue into what I wanted to talk about this week as well. So thank you, and that's amazing. I see that Tiva's slowed down a little bit on the job this week. I do want to see this blanket that you are making, Tiva. So please, send me these bits and pieces. some things that we'd also been working on this week. So Mayette, Diana and I had a 90-day planning session this week, which it was so good because we could talk about our business and what we wanted for the future and the different things that we're going to be doing. So I'm super excited because for anybody that has been part of our 6-week Rebuild Your Travel Business Foundation program, you'll get all of the new updates that'll be coming out in September, but we've got some great stuff that'll be going in there as well for you. So I'm really excited about that with our 90-day goals, just making sure that we've got all these things happening within our business. And also the other thing that has worked really well for us this week, Mayette and I did a video together. So we did the video on Zoom, exactly like we are now, and then recorded that and cut the beginning and the end of it. And we sent that video message to our whole database, advising them of updates and what's happening in the industry, what's going on at the moment, and, you know, that we are still here. Now, one of the reasons why we're doing that and we'll continue to do it is really just to share with our clients that we're human. You know, don't send us an email like we're a punching bag, but we are human. We are here. We want to come through this stage, and we also want to see that our clients stick with us as well. So obviously those that we want to work with, but it has brought in some beautiful responses and emails back from our clients, just sharing how you know, excited they are that in the future they can still work with us and use their credits, and that they value exactly what we do and how hard it has been. So I encourage each of you to connect with your clients. If you're not comfortable doing Facebook Lives or videos, just connecting with them in a way that you can build that relationship and continue the conversation with them, no matter where you are. It gives them an opportunity to see that you are human, and also that you can continue to talk to them and they can ask you questions about what's happening. So part of that though, and one of the things, actually, I'll come back to that, but Holly, you had a question this week was about promoting local South Australian tours or focus on other things. Do you want to just ask that question, because it may be worthwhile for everybody else as well?
Yeah, I mean, I send out a Monday weekly newsletter, and obviously we were in lockdown as well here in South Australia. So last week I focused mainly on supporting all the local businesses, cafes, restaurants, supermarkets, you know, fruit and veg, anything local, support them. So that was my theme, rather than promoting anywhere to actually travel. So everyone wasn't really in that mindset here in South Australia, as I can imagine is happening in New South Wales as well. So this week I just was a bit stuck for content, and I'm not really sure, should I focus on, you know, some local things in our area here in South Australia, or I don't know, I'm just a bit stuck this week with what I should put in my newsletter.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Well, do you want to come up with some different ideas then together?
Yeah. Sounds great.
All right. So my thoughts around this are, absolutely, you are the expert in South Australia and your local area, right? You know it way better than myself, who's in New South Wales. So for me, I would be looking to you as the expert in your local area and finding really unique or different things to do, whether they are day activities or whether they are overnight excursions or whether they are something more than that. I would certainly be looking at insider knowledge or expert opinion, or here's what I recently found. Have you found anything like this? Or what do you like to do outside of Zoom calls and work? I also work with a lady who owns properties on Kangaroo Island, and she has had an incredible year. So it could be that you even look at local getaways similar to weekends away, or doing different things that are within easy access for people within South Australia to do, that they don't have to cross borders, or they don't have to, you know, go outside of an area, that it's a quick and easy thing that you might be able to make some.
And there's no risk for them.
So I would suggest an insider tip if you wanted to actively promote something within South Australia.
Okay, thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's all right. No problem. So The other thing is really just connecting with them. And I would also look at sending out a survey. Ask them what you would like to do, what they would like to do, what are they interested in, and what would benefit them right now. It's about the inspire and excite and delight. So inspire them, excite them with something new or different or unique or that you know about, and then offer that up to them if that's what they're looking for. Cool?
Excellent. That is a great idea. I will do the survey as well. Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. So the surveys, I would suggest either using a Google form or, there's many different options. SurveyMonkey you can also use. It's just whatever's going to be easiest for you to put something together.
Okay.
Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it really super simple to be able to get that out there.
Excellent. Thank you.
That's all right. My pleasure. If anybody's got any suggestions as well for Holly there in South Australia, or if you know any unique experiences that your clients love, then just share those inside the chat as well. I'm sure that anything would help Holly with, promoting to her local audience. And this is where, as a collaboration and as a community, we can all help each other. So I appreciate the brainstorming activities that we can all do here together as well. So that last week we spoke about value. And one of the questions that I was asked was, how do we actually put together how much we're worth, or what do we charge somebody for our experience and our knowledge and our expertise? And so this week I'm putting out a podcast episode that will be live on Monday for you, which is my 3-step plan in order to understand and promote your values. So how that starts, and this is an activity that I would love for everybody to get involved in this week, is to understand and look at what you specifically bring to your community. What activities, what expertise, what knowledge do you have that you can share with your clients and with the broader community that explains what you do? Because it's not just about booking a flight. It's not just about being there when a client returns home or sending them their documents. You guys do so much more than that. And so this week, I want you to grab a piece of paper or open a Google Doc or a Word doc or whatever you use and write out all of the things that you actually do. Now, I did have a list. Can I just grab that workbook there, please? Thanks. So this is something that we've done in our business that our Achievers members also have access to as well, just to come up with the different ideas. So I'm just going to give you a couple of these that you can then share to get you thinking about this. So you are a dedicated consultant to coordinate a client's booking, right? So somebody knows, or a client knows, that they can specifically come to you. They can access you via phone, email, social media, whatever it might be, but you are there for them and you are the expert. So they can come to you at any time, and you are processing their booking right from the beginning, so that inquiry stage through to when they return and further beyond, and any other travels that they might do. Destination consultant, you do budget preparations with clients. Like, how many times do clients come to you and say, I want to go to Fiji, and you say, okay, well, that's great. And you run through a whole list, right? It's almost like you're giving them a survey, but getting the stuff out of your head and asking them the questions to make sure that you're tailoring something for them, but you help them with that budget as well. So budget preparation there. You negotiate supplier payments, deadlines and payment deadlines, your communication, you coordinate and book any scoping trips. So I say scoping trips are kind of like FAMs, familiarizations. So you increase your knowledge and your expertise purely by visiting these destinations and experiences, and bringing that knowledge to a client's booking is worth so much. You might negotiate and book hotel properties, manage airport transfers in a welcome destination, coordinate and book any group travel arrangements. You prepare, collate and send hard and soft copies of booking booking documentations prior to travel. The list goes on and on and on. You keep records of passport details, frequent flyer numbers, travel preferences. Your client doesn't actually have to think about any of these things because you're the expert that knows when a client's passport is going to expire, or you know what seating preference a client wants. I used to have this previous to me actually getting into travel. It was one of the reasons why I did, was because I was really annoyed as a corporate traveler, and I was traveling a lot, that I would get to the airport, my frequent flyer number wasn't in a booking, right? This is really little, but as a corporate traveler, it meant a lot to me. My frequent flyer number wasn't in a booking, so I didn't have my meal preferences, and my seating preferences weren't there. I like to be towards the front of the plane on a window seat. Yes, I traveled economy, so it wasn't a big deal, but those little things meant a lot to me. And as the client comes to you and you gather all of this information, your expertise then shows up time and time again for that client, and you are showing them how just by coming to you, it's peace of mind. It's so easy. They don't have to think, and they know that you are crossing the T's and dotting the I's. So this week, I'd love for you to have a look at the value that you provide and the work that you actually do that goes into every single booking. Because it's not just somebody comes to you and says, hey, I want to book a flight, and that's it. There is so much more that you do. The research that you put into it, the time that you put into it, the care and level and attention to detail. We were just looking at our clients, and one of them who has returned home just today. Congratulations, Mayette. I saw that Tony has arrived into Australia, which is wonderful. But we've been working on this particular client's booking for months now. And then what we did is we also track the time that it takes to be processing these bookings. And the other day, Mayette and I were talking about it, and there's nothing wrong with this. It is purely for our own information. We worked out that there had been 14 hours spent on this one client booking to return them from overseas back to Australia. Now, we all know that it's taking so much more time. There's a lot more attention to detail and expertise that we need to be putting into this, but it just highlighted that, the risk management, that's worth something. The attention to detail, the consistent checking of flights. Are they traveling? Are they not? And they're making sure, have they got their permissions to enter Australia? Have they got all of the different bits and pieces? It's like a complete checklist, but that is part of the value that we provide to our clients. Now, that isn't something that they may necessarily get anywhere else, but it does mean that we can also charge for that service and professional experience that we've got as well. So for everybody here, I would love for you just to have a think, brainstorm, get all the ideas out of your head to the things that you could potentially be doing and the things that you do to offer your clients at the moment, all the bits and pieces. And it is purely just the stuff that you can get out of your head. So that's the first step, is understanding and acknowledge the value that you do provide as the expert, and do that brain dump. The second step is to have the conversation with your clients. So like Anne was just saying before, she's going to send out an email and a survey to her clients. And Holly, I suggest that you do the same as well, just to check in with them and see how they're going. But to have that conversation, whether you actually send a survey and ask them, what their experience is of working with you, what do they like, what would they prefer, how do they want to deal with a travel professional in the future, just to ask them the questions so that you can understand where they're at. Are they even thinking of traveling now or in the future? Do they want quick getaways, or are they looking towards 2022, 23, 24? Ask them the questions. And a survey, or sending a survey, is very non-threatening. It can take a couple of minutes. You might want to incentivize, responses that come back to you if you want. But to have that conversation with a client will really give you the insight into what they're thinking of working with a travel professional in the future. The other ways that you can do this is just by having phone conversations. You might send Bonjoro videos, and we all know that I love Bonjoro. So it could be just sending something to a client that connects you with them. So yeah, Lynn, absolutely. I would suggest, yeah, are you looking at? So I would be asking them questions that are leading questions that don't necessarily require a yes or a no, but you can add those as options in. But I would suggest sending them a survey that asks, at the moment, are you interested in booking or looking at or taking a 5-day break? Or are you thinking of international travel at the moment for a future date? And just asking them the questions. I would definitely be looking at those sorts of things. So having the conversations with your clients is step 2. And then step 3 is preparing your next move. And it's, what do you want to charge your clients? What feels good for you? And we've had this conversation as well. I've had it with a number of people that are here, but also the community at large, to say, what feels right for you? Is it that it feels right that you charge for a flight ticket? Do you want to add in a service fee? Or are you in a position where you feel like you could charge a professional fee that is non-refundable? Because I'm looking at that for everybody now. We're making sure that our expertise is valued, but we're looking at a one-off fee. So do you want to charge perhaps $200, $300, $500, whatever it is that you feel good about and what sits well with you? Because you can always increase this over time. You can always look at this for who your existing clients are and say, this is what our business is like moving forward. Give them a special offer. But for any new clients that are coming in, you might charge a different fee. So prepare your next move. Do what's right for you, what you feel comfortable with. Advise your clients what you're going to be doing, prepare it and market it in the future as well. So 3 quick steps is really just understanding the knowledge, the value and the expertise that you provide. Everybody is different. So just brain dump those things. Have a conversation with your clients, whether that's through a survey or a phone call, video message, and then prepare your next move. So I'd love to see everybody working on those values for this week, just as one thing that you can do to help you with your travel business move forward at this time. Does that sound okay? Does that feel hard, or does that sound like, yeah, I want to look at what I actually do and acknowledge the experience and the value? And it's like, I don't know. Tiva's nodding her head saying, yep, I can do this. Hey, yeah, you can, my friend. Yeah, absolutely. Cindy, how are you feeling with things at the moment? Okay. Yeah. So it's all one day at a time, and there's no pressure for anybody here. If you don't want to be promoting anything, you don't have to. But I would encourage everybody here to just remain in contact with your clients, whether that's through a newsletter or an email or conversations, sending them cards or a letter, or just connecting to show them that you are still here. Because coming through this time, anybody that is showing up now and preparing for the future are going to be the ones that really have their businesses take off. So that's the goal for this week. I would love for everybody to connect with us via the Travel Agent Achievers community. We've got our Facebook group that Diana, for anybody that's not a part of it, make sure you jump into that and share your wins. Let me know what you're working on, and also send me a DM. Just like Lynn did, send me a DM and let me know where you're at and what you're working on. And if you have any questions, please just reach out. Know that I'm here for you. I love seeing the progress that you're all making. I am loving seeing how you're showing up for your clients. And I look forward to catching up with you all this time, same time, next week. If you need anything else, just let me know. Does anybody have anything else that they want to add before we sign off? My coffee's finished. Anybody else's? Nope. Yeah, they're all gone. Awesome. So for those of you that aren't in our Achievers in Travel Accountability group, jump into that. We're going to switch things up in there as well over the coming weeks, but we are going to continue to show up here for you for these lockdown sessions, coffee and connection over the next several weeks, for you guys to just share where you're at and come together and work towards building your travel business. Awesome. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. Sally, do you mind just sticking around for a second? Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Enjoy the rest of today. I appreciate you all being here, and I will see you very, very soon. And thanks to everybody on Facebook. Take care. Talk to you soon, everyone.